Hey Leo, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. This is your chakra reading for April 2019, not a love reading or anything else, or even a general reading. This is literally just looking at your chakras and seeing how healthy they are, what energies they're kind of carrying, how strong they are, how weak they are, and how you can basically use the whole concept of chakras to find more balance in your everyday life, and just generally. So I guess in a sense it is a general reading, but from a perspective of your chakras rather than the tarot or like the particular spreads. Um, so yeah, that I've pulled a card for each of your chakras. I will go ahead and say or mention the white elephant in the room. I have changed my channel name from Symbols to Living to Persephone's Journey Tarot. I thought it was more fitting. I just felt like I needed to change with the channel and kind of revamp it a little bit and make it be more fitting to who I am now and how I perceive things now in comparison to when I started many years ago. So, as I said, I've pulled a card for each of your chakras. At the base of the deck, we do have the overall energy for the month, being the... Why does this light always stop you guys from seeing these things? Okay, so we've got the grief card. That card also popped out when I was shuffling. Although when I saw the grief card, I didn't know if maybe it's more to do with you helping someone through grief, or you just dealing with issues of grief. I mean, grief doesn't always necessarily mean that you've lost something in the present. It could be that you're just dealing with issues of grief, like you're still kind of going through that whole grieving process, maybe finally allowing something to die in your life that maybe you've been holding on to. So say, for instance, you were very closely attached to maybe a pet or an animal, a lover, friends, job, anything like that, or anything that you were attached to, that you found it hard to leave in the past. I feel that this month you will be doing that. You will be able to let go and move through that last step in that process, because we have got more cards here for your heart chakra. This is the heart chakra color, so it will be a heart chakra month for you, it looks like, as well. And then we did have like loads of cards falling out for you. I've only actually accepted these two. Wisdom came out first, and then we had growth. So you will be definitely wising up and gaining wisdom through this experience. And like I said, it's almost like the world card with the wisdom card. It's like you've learned certain things when it comes to, things that you are emotionally attached to, and learning how to let go of them, and to grow wiser through it. And maybe it's even like through your wisdom that you're able to let go of these things. It could be that with all the imagery here, that there could be someone helping you at the moment, maybe spiritually, like a spiritual entity, angel, guide, ancestor, or just maybe just a very friendly spirit, possibly, that is helping you at the moment. They are quite mature. There's also sage here and a lot of plants, so you may need to smudge your house as well if you're into smudging and saging. That could be a big part of the grieving process of letting go, that last stage of actually letting go and accepting how things are. It will greatly help you maybe to bring plants into your home, or to sage your house out, or sage the place that you are at the most, and really kind of clear out some things, allow new things to grow. Also understanding the wisdom of knowing that everything grows and then it dies. Everything kind of, death is a natural part of the process, basically. And I think that's what you're wising up to, and you're growing through that, and you're planting new seeds for new things. And I think definitely to bring plants into the home will be good. There's also messages here about harvest. So it could be that you are harvesting, you are kind of maybe letting go of a job, or letting go of something where you're like, okay, I've gathered all that I can, maybe experience or education, and now it's time to plant this, thing that I've been growing into like new soil. And it could be literally you being replanted into new soil so you can grow and become better, or more closer to your kind of greatest version, I guess, or higher self. There is the emergency room here, so it does suggest as well that there could be some urgency about this. So it could be some sudden event that happens, or it could be an emergency. You know, you could be going through a lot of pain and really need, really need to move forward in order to get over this grief. Okay. So we have got for your crown chakra confusion. Don't know if you can see that there. The camera will focus in. But yeah, it's obviously like for your crown chakra, and the crown chakra cards within this deck also talk about the collective consciousness or your surroundings and what you're picking up, your environment as well, and how that's kind of what energies and messages you're picking up through your crown chakra, your intuition. There seems to be some confusion there with that. So you may feel like you can't really connect to your intuition. You may feel like, your environment could be changing a lot if there is this thing that you're letting go of. At the moment, you obviously are feeling that, you're not seeing things clearly. You may not see a clear way forward. You may not feel like you can trust what people are saying to you. And I guess as well, as we step into new paths and try new things and let go of things, there is, first of all, that whole limbo period of kind of being one foot in and one foot out as you transition. And then there's the actual arriving in a complete new place. And that could be where you're at, where you just are still feeling things out if you have already arrived. If you haven't arrived, again, there's maybe confusion around limbo or not knowing exactly what it's going to look like when you get there. This letting go is confusing because you can't see how things are going to look once you let it go. That could be what this is. And like, you may feel like there's no one around who can tell you, like literally you just have to wait and see what happens. Like there's no one around that can clarify things for you as to what's necessarily going to happen. Maybe if you were to see a reader and it was to be, they were to use divination, then yeah, of course you're going to get answers and you're going to be able to see certain things. But as it stands, maybe without that kind of, or maybe even you yourself, getting your own cards, learning or divining yourself. There's so many ways you can divine without cards. You could choose to do something like that. That may help. But without that, you are kind of just having to have a lot of faith, I think. I think as well, confusion, whenever there is confusion, I would always suggest don't make any rash decisions, especially around your fears. So that could also be important for you to know as well too. Yeah, there's new things coming that maybe you just can't see yet. There is growth. We've got more plants here, even around her. There's this energy of growth. There's this, yeah. You are planting new seeds, and it will take time before you see how it's going to play out. Like I said, you can get readings if you like. If you're not the kind of person that doesn't like not to know, then of course, for your peace of mind, get a trusted reader to look at things for you. Yeah. So then we've got gratitude, the gratitude card for your third eye chakra. Again, we've got pregnancy here and love. So, and it also to me depicts family, friendship, sisterhood as well. So, you may find a lot of comfort through love. I did get a kind of message where, if you do open up your heart as much as you can, and when I say open up your heart, I guess that means don't let fear lead you into kind of shutting yourself off from things and becoming too defensive. Like you may need to kind of open your heart and have trust, maybe not in the people that you're around, but in the higher powers kind of vision, or your own ability to manifest what it is that you want in your life. Having that kind of faith in yourself or in the universe. that kind of positivity will bring in a lot of love. Gratitude as well for where you are will also help to clear any blockages there in your third eye chakra, will allow you to kind of connect your intuition. So being grateful for what you have rather than looking at what you've lost this month, I think will be quite important. Okay, so then we've got isolation here. This is for your throat chakra. So with this being here, you may feel like, again, like this isolation, like there's no one maybe to talk to about this, or like I said, people aren't really, there's no point in maybe talking to people about it because maybe they're negative, or they can't see your vision, or they are too caught up in their own lives, or whatever it is. You just feel isolated, like you are on your own here, like this is your own personal issue. It's not something that affects maybe anyone else but you. It's your thing, so you need to not necessarily talk to yourself, but at least have a clear internal dialogue around this issue, so you can learn to trust yourself, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of trusting yourself energy here as well, having faith through the confusion, around letting go of something that's dear to you, or was dear to you, something that you've invested in, something that you've grown. Like I said, it could be something that you've had a job or career or something like that, and you're now kind of uprooting and rerouting somewhere else. Okay, we then got the miracle card here. It's a very pretty card. It eventually will focus. But yeah, this is for your sacral chakra, I believe. Yes. Yeah, it is your sacral chakra. Hey, sorry about that. No, not your sacral. This is not your sacral chakra at all. Sorry. It's your solar plexus. I don't know why I always forget that one. If you watch my videos, for some reason I always forget this. So I've got a mental block when it comes to my solar plexus. So that's telling me something. So yeah, I should be paying close attention to all of these cards. I think I might sit down and meditate on them. But yeah, we've got miracle here in your solar plexus. For me, the solar plexus really talks about manifestation. Now, when miracles happen, they don't make sense. They're not going to make sense, especially in terms of, miracles are serendipitous, unexpected. You couldn't plan for it. You can never have even wished for it. So for me, I feel like, again, if you have an energy of gratitude, especially in how you're perceiving things, so like really counting your blessings this month is really going to help to bring about this miracle, this change in your life. It is very much based and rooted in your ability to, one, believe in miracles, and two, to have a gratitude mindset. Is by how you're looking at things that kind of basically brings about your reality. And that's really what this is always what the solar plexus chakra always says to me, is it's talking about my mind body kind of conversation. Being able to listen to check in with yourself, having a good relationship with yourself, remaining positive and having a positive mindset, and being mindful ultimately, with the view to ensure that all your thoughts are aligned with whatever your vision is, or whatever it is that you really want in this lifetime, or in this moment, or in this situation as you are going through this kind of change. So yeah, but it's saying that miracles possibly are possible. But yeah, miracles are definitely here for you. So you have to believe in miracles. You have to have faith that it's going to be okay. I know I didn't want to say that. Have faith it's going to be okay. People always say that. It's such a cliche. But yeah, faith is really important, because no one's going to give you any good advice, I don't feel. I could be wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But I just feel that, you know, people, unless, they always say as well, don't take advice from people that you don't respect, or haven't been where you've been, or haven't succeeded out of coming out of where you are to where they are now, kind of thing. Everyone has their own truths. Everyone's going to be passionate about them. So, you know, people can be very convincing and from a very heartfelt place as well. However, regardless of that, you know, you need to be able to find your own truths. That's what's really important this month. People may not know what the best advice is for you. So, you know, yeah, definitely. If you wanted to know, I think you'd need to probably do some divination, or just have faith. This, you know, Spirit is saying here that if you have a perception of gratitude, that miracles can happen. Things that you couldn't see happening could happen. But as long as you're feeling in that kind of mind space of lack, then that's where challenges could arise. I've got the Perseverance card again. I always get the Perseverance card. I don't know why. I'm so confused as to why I always get this card, but eventually it will dawn on me. But yeah, we've got Perseverance here for your sacral chakra. So sacral chakra is a lot to do with your creativity. Yeah, and again, we've got like this spiritual energy, again, this sisterhood kind of energy going on here. It could be that sisters, you know, family, friends, daughters, mothers could be a real help to you, you know, could really support you through this. It could even be an ancestor or your grandma, you know, that is walking with you, you know, through this. So yeah, it's saying here that, you know, you are to persevere in terms of any creative ambitions that you have, any changes to do with work, career. You have to persevere. You have to keep going. You have to follow your dream. You know, she's even throwing away an old cloak here, and you can see that it's old because it's got all those black holes through it, you know. It's like that cloak needs to be gone, and you need to now be brave for yourself. You now need to kind of propel yourself forward, again, through that faith, through courage. And there's something to do with sisterhood here, or a female energy that is a female supportive energy that's kind of around you. We then got perception in your root chakra. So again, perception is everything. We have already talked about that. Oh, sorry, this is perfection. Sorry. So yeah, it could be that you're wanting everything to be perfect. Again, even perception, it still relates. It's how you see things that makes them perfect. Bottom line, that's how it is. So you know, it may not be perfect in everyone else's eyes. Like, everyone else could be like, you know, if you decide to up and leave your job, people can say, you know, you're crazy, like you can't do that, you know, you've got bills to pay, you've got this and that, or you're just at a pivotal point in your career, or, you know, have 1,000 reasons as to why it doesn't make sense. And how, you know, and if you did want to do this, then really you should be in this position first. Like, you should save up, you know, how many thousands of pounds, or etc., before you take that leap. But it looks like you have already made a decision to leave something anyway. And, you know, things may not look perfect on the outside, and that could be causing you fear that things just don't look how you think they're supposed to look. And it's just causing you a lot of fear, because, you know, your root chakra is definitely related to those kind of fears, to this kind of insecurities. And again, there's more fruit here, bearing fruit. So whatever you perceive to be perfect, however you perceive things, that's what's going to bear fruit. That's what's going to grow as well. You're being advised here. That's what's going to grow. And ultimately, you know, our root chakra is where it all begins. Everything begins there anyway, in a sense. So yeah, with that being said, you might need to look at, you know, where you're really coming from, like where your fears are really rooted. So it's a great opportunity for you to grow and let go of so much stuff. This is like, could be a really, really great month for you in terms of growth and moving forward. You could leap forward, you know, you could leap for leaps and bounds. That was it. So I think this is a really big growth period for you. And I think that it's going to be all about having more of a gratitude attitude and perception of seeing all your blessings, not needing things to be perfect and not relying on other people's opinions, but really taking the time to, you know, maybe isolate yourself, take some time out, not listen to other people. And listen to yourself and persevere. There are other people who will support you through this. Other people that maybe have been where you've been. You know, there's one pregnant lady here and one lady who's maybe thinking about, you know, that kind of thing, maybe having a baby herself. And just really, really realizing all of the potential as well. You know, all the potential that you have to maybe give birth to something, you know. So yeah, you're letting go, gaining new perspectives, not requiring everything to be perfect, and listening to yourself more than anything, more than anyone else. Listening to yourself. Okay, so we've got 3 cards. We've got Imagine, we've got Thinker, and we've got By the Book. Again, By the Book talks about tradition, expectations, maybe things needing to look a certain way. You need to look at where you feel that way. What, you know, what's the image of perfection for you, and how is that possibly interfering with your vision? How that might be stopping you going forward. We then got the Thinker. Again, thinking. You may need to take some time to kind of hunker down and think about things. Be observant. Be a thinker more than a talker. That could greatly help you. Sorry, my thing is buzzing. Hi, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, less talking and more thinking. I think that's what that one is saying there as well. Don't talk so much about what your plans may be, but meditate on them yourself. We've then got Imagine. Again, it's all about getting that vision nice and clear as to how you want things to grow forward. So yeah, that's your monthly chakra reading. I hope that it helped you and you found it useful to some extent. If you'd like your own chakra reading, I'd be more than happy to perform one for you. Just get in touch with me and I'll send you all the information that you need. Take good care. Happy birthday to any Aries and possibly even Taurians out there. And yeah, take good care. See ya. Bye.